So lately we hear things like ChatGPT, GPT-4, and AI tools all the time. And it kind of feels like everyone is using them, but not everyone really understands what's happening behind the scene. And so in this video, I want to explain it in a very simple and clear way. So all of these tools are based on something called large language models or LLMs. And once you understand the concept, AI becomes much easier. A large language model is basically an AI system that is designed to work with human language. And it can read text, generate responses, write content, and even have conversations that feel very natural. The reason we call it large is because it's trained on an enormous amount of data far beyond what any person could ever read in a lifetime. And that's exactly what gives it this ability to respond so smoothly and intelligently. Make sense? And one of the most well-known types of LLMs is GPT, right? And GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. And, and while the name sounds technical, the idea behind it is actually quite simple. These models are built to generate text. They take what you write, understand the context, and then produce a response that fits naturally. So ChatGPT, for example, is built on top of GPT models, which is why it can write, explain, and communicate in such a human-like way. So the reason these models perform so well comes down to training data. They are trained on massive amounts of text collected from different sources like books, like website, like articles, right? And instead of memorizing information, the model learns pattern in how language is used. So over time, it becomes very good at recognizing how sentences are formed and how ideas are expressed. Good? And this brings us to one of the most important points: how AI actually learns. Unlike humans, AI doesn't learn by understanding, meaning, or like experience. Instead, it learns by predicting patterns. During training, the model is repeatedly asked to predict the next word in a sentence. This process happens millions, even billions of times, and in which with each step the model improves. Like over time, it becomes extremely accurate generative language that feels natural and coherent. Good. And the learning process happens in two main stages. The first is pre-training, where the model learns general language pattern from a large data set, and then comes fine-tuning, where the model is adjusted to perform specific tasks like answering questions or having conversation. And you can think of it as learning the basic first, and then refining those skills for real world use. Okay. And this is also why LLMs can feel surprisingly intelligent. They are very good at understanding context, structuring responses, right, and adapting to different topics. However, it's important to remember that they are not actually thinking. What they are doing is predicting the most likely and appropriate response based on patterns they have learned. And today, LLMs are used in many different applications, like tools like ChatGPT, AI writing tools, AI assistants, customer support chatbots, or coding assistants, and all really on this technology. In fact, many of the tools we used daily are already powered by language models in some way. Yeah, and even though these models are powerful, they do have limitations. So they can sometimes generate incorrect information or responses that sounds confident but are not accurate. And they also don't truly understand meaning the way humans do, which is why it's always important to review and verify the information they provide. Good. Looking ahead, LLMs are expected to become even more advanced, and and they will improve in accuracy, become more natural in communications, and play a bigger role in our daily lives and also work. And this technology is evolving very quickly, and we are only at the beginning. the So to summarize, the large language models are AI systems designed to understand and generate human language, and they are trained on language elements of data and learn by recognizing patterns. And while they can produce very human-like responses, they are still based on prediction rather than true understanding. Okay, and hopefully this helped you understand how these models actually work. And once you understand this foundation, everything else in AI becomes much easier to follow. And thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.